What's up, YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got another little review for you today of a pretty cool knife. This one's sent to me by Fred the Lug. Really appreciate it, Fred. Thank you so much for sending this and a few other ones along for me to check out. Some pretty cool knives. Big shout out to all my Patreons, my channel members, everybody, subscribers that keeps me going, and people like Fred that send me knives to take a look at. Hit the like button if you like my content. Subscribe if you want to listen to me ramble on more about knives and everything. I really appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. So without further ado, this one I've actually reviewed before on the channel. This is the Spyderco Manix 2, but this one you might notice a little something different about it. I mean, I know it's kind of hard to notice it and trying to figure out what might be different about it, right? But this one's got a special set of polycarbonate scales that you can see through, right? Pretty cool, I think. First time I saw this, I was like, man, I have got to get some of those one day. That is really cool. I mean, obviously, I don't think it's going to be good for taking out and beating and banging around on a lot, but I mean, if you're carrying it and just slicing and cutting with it every day and not doing too much crazy stuff with it, I think it'll be all right. And the steel on this one, this is actually a Frankenstein knife. It's a three-way combination between some other knives that Fred made. The standard G10 version, I believe, the GPKnives exclusive version, which would explain the Rex 45 with the code on it, right? And of course your polycarbonate see-through scales. So apologies if I messed that description up, Fred the Lug, but he did give me a pretty detailed description of it. Hopefully I got it right. So this is kind of like an overview, re-review, I guess. I don't know. This, let's go ahead and do some measurements on it. We'll go ahead and get into the specs, do a quick run through of the specs on it. Overall length, the Manix 2, Spyderco Manix 2. Legendary knife, as it were, 8 inches overall. So blade length, you're looking at 3.5. You go all the way back to the blade and the handle meeting right there inside of that finger choil, and 3 inches on the dot for cutting edge length, or yeah, for the length of your cutting edge. Sorry about that. All right, let's go ahead and we'll do 133 thousandths thickest part of the spine, and behind the edge, I don't know if Fred resharpened this or what, but it has got a screaming sharp edge on it. Yeah, super low angle edge, which I really like. Let me go ahead and make sure I'm on the right. Yeah, so I've got right at 33 thousandths or so. Full flat grind on that one. That is a pretty good little slicer, although that blade stock's there. Let's go ahead and we'll check out width of those scales. Now, they're not incredibly wide compared to the normal ones, I don't think. 446 thousandths, so under a half an inch. Pretty good in my book. No issues there. Now, this is Veterans Day, and I appreciate all my veterans. Thank you to everyone that's watching that's a veteran. You know, if you made it that far in the video, you guys are awesome. Y'all deserve a hell of a lot more than just a day, you know, but thank you guys for your service. And one little thing I was doing kind of in honor of that, not only putting this a USA made knife out, you know, is my video here on Veterans Day. I'm gonna do all my size comparisons are all gonna be USA made. So let's go ahead and we'll do some familiar faces here. We'll start out with the Benchmade Griptilian and the Doug Ritter Hogue RSK MK1. Alright, so you can see the Manix 2 right in the neighborhood of those two, fairly close. Let's go with, let's see, we'll do the Ramlock Stitch, manual Ramlock Microtech Stitch, and the Microtech MSI. All right. And up next, let's go with USA made. This is a small batch USA made. Got the High Water Knives estuary. And then you got the legendary Hinder Knives XM18 3.5-inch blade. So Manix 2 a little shorter than the XM18, and I don't know, let's see, it's right at it. No, the estuary is a little longer too than the Manix 2. All these knives made in the US of A. Now let's do some of its brothers, some of its cousins, brothers, what have you. You got the Spyderco Knives, Golden, Colorado, USA Earth, which is where that one's made too. Pair of 3, that one's in Maximate, S45VN, Spyderco, Paramilitary 2. Now I did do a 3-way comparison video with the Paramilitary 2, the Manix 2, and also the Spyderco Shaman. Battle of the Flagships video. If y'all want to check out my battle/comparison videos playlist, that's the one this one's going to be under too. So kind of got a good 3-way battle. Although these I don't believe, I'm pretty sure, yeah, the Manix 2 that I did at that time was just S30V and black scales. So definitely special handles on all 3 of those now. And let's see what else we got here. Got the native, or the Shaman's little brother, which is the Golden, Colorado, USA Earth Native 5. That one's sporting some applied weapons tech scales and is in Magna Cut. And here is your CPM 10V River's Edge exclusive little native. So it's larger than the Native 5 and way larger than the little native. And last but not least, on the USA size comparisons, the Manix 2 XL. So that's its bigger brother right there. So you can definitely, you can see a decent little size difference between the two. It shows off more depending on where I put the knife at, right, with the camera angle. But the Manix 2 XL definitely a bit larger. And I did a battle video between this one and the regular Manix 2 also, if you guys want to check that one out. So size comparisons out the way, this is a re-review and also a special version of the knife, so you can't really go by this if you're looking for, you know, a lightweight Manix 2. They come in all kinds of steels, by the way. This Rex 45, one of the more exotic ones, I think, but depending on what you get, it could weigh a little more, a little less. 2.9 ounces. Yeah, 2.9 ounces on that. Let's get out, let's see, which one do I have? The Manix 2 XL still in G10, still stock version, 5.2 ounces on that one. So there's a little bit of a weight difference right at the ounce and inch marker, blade to handle ratio. This is still the standard Spyderco clip, so we'll go ahead and pop her in there. That's what she looks like in the old blue jeans in the pocket. All right, all that done. Let's do quick hardware check. I'm thinking T6 on the body screws, but I'm not sure. Nope. Let's see, where's my T8 bit at here? Yeah, T8 on that body screw, T8 on that one. And I was thinking T10 on the pivot, but I was wrong about the body screws. No? Yep, T8 on the pivot. And let's check out your clip screws. Yep, T8 all the way around. Awesome. Pretty awesome. A+ on the hardware. And you can see this one as you're taking it apart, right? I just thought that these were some really, really cool looking scales for this thing. I keep wiping them off. You know, get my nasty fingerprints on there, but yeah, that is just, to me, that is awesome, right? I mean, now you can get these dirty pretty quick. I'm sure they're not quite as durable as some of the other scales, especially like aluminum or titanium, but they do look really cool. You can see the whole mechanism, you know, as you pull that ball bearing lock out of the way. It goes right there. When you deploy it, right there. All right, pretty cool, man. You can see the phosphor bronze washer in there. You can see everything in there. Really snappy. He's got this one tuned up just right. Reverse flick's awesome on it. Manix 2 is an awesome knife, you know, in general. It's got jimping all over, jimping up here, jimping right there. Even swapped out with these scales don't have jimping, but the original, I believe, did have jimping on the handle part too, and back there too, I believe. So yeah, super comfortable, super slicey. You know, there's a reason why the Manix 2 is a legendary Spyderco, you know, because it is a great knife, a really great knife all the way around. Me personally, I am definitely going to get another one of these back in the collection, and it'll be something along the lines of this when I do. You know, I want one in a special steel, and I want one with some cool handles, right? So this meets both that criteria, and that is pretty awesome. Rex 45 is a little more tough than M4 to my understanding of it, and has a little bit less edge retention than M4. Very comparable to M4 though, especially in the aspect that it is it's not stainless, so it will rust, but with that DLC coat, that does, you know, help prevent that. So pretty cool, man. This thing is definitely a fidgety beast, you know, and you can see everything through it, so it's just, in my opinion, it's a super cool knife and a super cool, ultra cool version of that. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you, Fred the Lug. Thanks for letting me borrow this awesome knife and the other ones. And if you guys like this content, hit the like button, subscribe right down there below if you want more of it. Check out my Discord. It's linked in the description. Fred the Lug's got some knives for sale on there, and as does Mr. Eddie and some others. So definitely give that a look. It's worth it if you're looking to buy an awesome knife. They're, you know, they won't steer you wrong. They're in good condition, and yeah. So appreciate everyone watching. Until next time, you guys stay sharp.